What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Finster Prince, SoundCloud, SoundClick, it's your boy Tone 202. Don't forget, you guys, to check out my album Just Right There. It's on Google Play and Deezer. Just go ahead and Google it. You'll see it just right there. Spotify and all that good stuff. Anyways, you guys like when I bring you skeptical stuff in sports. And that's what we do here. We're skeptical about sports because there's a lot of wishy-washy things going on in sports. And this has got to be one of the craziest things I have ever seen in my life. It's the nose of an airplane carrying an NBA team. And basically it hit a bird while landing. Now, we know that, seagulls and all these type of birds are always around the airport. Why, I'm not sure. But they have been known to cause all type of interference. And they've been known to fly actually right through the engine of a plane. Right through the blades. Pow! Make a huge noise. And sometimes they can, do some damage to the plane. But this right here, can somebody explain to me what in the heavens hit this plane to hit it for one that hard? Now, okay, like I said, let's be skeptical. Let's look at this. Whatever it was, they said it was a bird. Whatever kind of bird it was, it had to be like a huge American eagle hitting this plane. Now, I don't know how fast a plane lands. I know when it's up, 30,000 feet, it's doing 500 miles an hour. But I don't know how fast it's moving when it lands. But I'm sure whatever it hits, it's going to hit hard and do damage. Nonetheless, this is the first time we've ever seen this, and planes hit birds all the time. This is where the skepticism comes in. It's like, wait a minute. If we knew birds could do this type of damage, this type, to the hull of a plane, to the nose of it, like we know a flock of birds can do like huge damage. One bird can go through the engine. One may even hit the doggone glass. I'm sure that's happened before and cracked the glass a little. I don't know. I'm not an aero dude. I'm just a skeptic. But this right here, in my Cat Williams voice, no. It had to be a pterodactyl. This daggone thing. That's a huge dent. You ever seen a body dent in a car from some skateboarder who couldn't stop in time and it boom, run into traffic and hit the car on the side? That's what this looks like. This looks like a body dent. Okay? And you got, check out, just look at videos of body dents. And you'll be like, hurt? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this looked like something made of flesh hit this thing because it doesn't look like something metal hit it. But just the diameter and the depth of this hit, not to mention the plane was landing, which means it was going slower. And it also means whatever size bird this was close to the ground. Okay? Wasn't like it was an American eagle just out there flying around some doggone where. So, big ups to Oklahoma City Thunder. We're glad everybody's safe. Everybody's in disbelief because of the amount of the damage. Let's see. It was a 180-seat Delta Boeing 757, which is a little smaller than the 747. And it happened in Chicago O'Hara. Now, before I end this video, I am going to speak on this because I did a video on it. None of you saw it. I talked about what happened in Chicago O'Hara back in 2012. And basically what happened was a UFO was seen hovering over O'Hara, broad daylight. Everyone saw it. It was in a newspaper. The government came out and said, you guys didn't see anything. It was just a mixture of clouds. This is what the government told everyone, broad daylight, captains, flight attendants, regular just people. Everybody saw this thing come down. It hovered in front of everyone, and then it took off. And when it took off straight in the air, going so fast that it split the clouds. It just like, whoosh. That was my splitting the clouds, by the way. I'm just saying, people, this right here, we've never seen this before. Now that you guys got some information I don't, which is not far-fetched because I'm not the arrow dude. But this right here, no, people. No. And here's another thing. Nobody heard it. Nobody heard this. They didn't say they heard a thud. There wasn't a... Look, all of those basketball players on the plane, nobody was alarmed. Didn't that seem kind of weird with a dent like this big in a 757? Nobody gets out the plane and goes, yo, what was that, son? It was crazy. That's how basketball players talk in Oklahoma City. No one heard this impact that made this sheet metal turn into pretty much saran wrap. Nobody heard that. Nobody was alarmed when they got off. They were just surprised. There's a difference. A 757. This is not a Cessna. This is a 757. As a matter of fact, if this was a Cessna, this thing would have fell out of the doggone sky. A Cessna would not sustain an impact like this, and everything is just hunky-dory. I don't know where that term comes from. So I'm going to leave you guys with that, but we are glad Oklahoma City Thunder is okay. They said they were shocked. This is what the player said. They just said they were shocked. Tweeting the famous Bill Nye the Science Guys, Tyson and Ben getting answers and what could have caused it. See, they don't know what could have caused this. Now they got Bill Nye the Science Guy on this. I'm telling you guys that something is amiss. Spokesman, operating, Memphis, Chicago. I'm reading Oklahoma City saying likely encouraged. This was not a bird. This was not a bird. Anyways, it's your boy Tone 202. Peace.